Hey guys, Y13A here. Today I just want to do some quick flight tests of the Rapid Prototype 003. I'm going to do some horizontal flights first, followed by some kind of high angle launches. So let's see how this thing performs, I guess. So this is my new flight test area. This is the kind of little park around my apartment complex. I live up there. So yeah, let's flight test this Rapid Prototype. This is going to be the first flight outdoors. The wind is fairly calm. There's no wind basically. So it's a good day to flight test. 50 degrees in February. Alright, let's toss this thing. 3, 2, 1. Alright. It looks like it has a little bit of a rolling issue. I'm gonna fix that. It's rolling to the right, so we're gonna increase the elevation on the left side to counter that. Just tuned it with some new adjustments to the trailing edge here. Let's flight test this. 3, 2, 1. It seems like it's a little bit too much pitch up motion. So it just got kind of dirty, crashing in the sand here, but luckily it's easy to get rid of. The nose is already starting to accumulate some damage, so that's unfortunate, but that's what happens in the flight test. Alright, so I adjusted the elevator angles a little bit to be a little less, and I think this time I'm going to toss it a little harder to get more velocity in the flight. Alright, 3, 2, 1. That didn't go well. Whenever I toss it on camera, it doesn't fly. Whenever I test it off camera, it does really well. So let's hope that it does well this time. 3, 2, 1. Alright. Distance with that one. I actually brought my tripod for my phone, so I might use that to hold my camera still on this bench while I throw it. So let's try that. Alright, let's give this a shot. Doesn't like to be stable at high speeds. When I fly it at low speeds, it seems to be okay, like not do that, but harder to make it stable at higher speeds, I guess. So I guess that kind of concludes the horizontal flight test. I'll give it one more try here. That wasn't too bad. So my camera was out of focus. Thanks. Alright, let's give it one more horizontal flight and then test some high altitude launches. It has some roll issues. Alright, now let's do some high altitude launches of Rapid Prototype 003. Here we go. That was a rough one. I think I forgot to adjust the elevators back to pitch up a little more. So the result is a nose full of dirt. So let's tune this plane and see what it does. Alright, elevators have been adjusted back to pitch up mode. Now let's do a high angle launch. 3, 2, 1. I think I lost a lot of speed there because of all the control surface being tilted up. So let's tune this a little more. Alright, so I've tuned the trailing surfaces here such that the outboard panels don't have as much pitch up deflection, mostly the inboard control surfaces here. So let's see how that does. Alright, but it went up pretty high, but it didn't pull itself out of a dive. So the nose is a little more damaged now, unfortunately. But let's keep on testing this. Decided to lower the angle of launch a little bit to see how it does, just to vary the conditions a little bit, to see if this thing works at all. So let's go. Encountering is that I have no way to consistently launch this plane, even though it has a lot of surface area down here, which is unfortunate. Maybe I'll build a launcher or something. Well, as you could tell from the last flight, it didn't go too well. I think it stalled out. So I'm going to try a launch where I kind of swing it from the side like this and kind of let it go like that. So let's see how that performs. It never performs when I try and take video of it. You guys won't believe me if I don't show you, but goddamn, this prototype is hard to, doesn't like to behave. It flew okay indoors, it had a nice glide. That's, under controlled still air conditions. We're out here today. There's basically no breeze, but I guess there's a slight breeze, but it shouldn't be affecting it too much. But let's see if this thing flies. I keep on saying that, and it keeps on failing, so hopefully I just get some good footage of it flying. So I'm not quite sure why it wants to barrel roll. Maybe it's because of a lack of kind of a real vertical surface. It only really has two downwards, slightly outwards canted winglets. So maybe that's the reason. Insufficient yaw stability. And I led it to a tailspin. But I'm gonna try and see if I can really get this thing to fly. I keep on saying that, but here we go. And you look at that, it's already accumulating some battle scars. It looks like just dirt lodged in the nose and just kind of causing streaks on the surface panels here. I did manage to get one good flight where it was a high-speed launch. To do that, I had to use my entire arm and kind of force my body to go along with it. Just really put everything into the throw. Had to be really high speed. I'm not sure if I can capture that because, well, the camera's going to be shaking. So I'm going to try my best and see what I can do. There we go. I almost lost it for a second. I thought it was behind this hill, but it was just hiding underneath the curb for right underneath the dirt here. That was a good flight. I'm not sure if you saw that on camera. It's a high-speed flight. It was pretty stable. It was a good flight. Let's try and repeat that. Of course, as soon as I start to say that, it stops flying. Let's see, there's more battle damage on the outboard leading edge here. Let's try and good flights. Yeah, there we go. So this is a little unstable at the end. It's some roll tendencies to the left, but for the fast portion of the flight does fly pretty decent. I'm wondering why it is slowing down considerably at a high speed. It's probably, if I had to guess, it's probably the intake. It's causing a little bit of drag there. A little bit of flow separation because the inlet is not actually sucking in air and providing propulsion. It's just for looks. That might be detracting from the performance. Oh man, that's a good one. Alright, so the craft is no longer in peak condition, which may be affecting its performance, but we're gonna fly until it's beat up. Alright, so it seems to do okay when you don't force it too hard. Just kind of have to let it, gradually release into the air. It's like, if you build these planes yourself and fly them, you'll notice that sometimes when your hands and arms aren't aligned perfectly, you can feel the air kind of separating from the plane. When it launches smoothly into the wind, into the air, it feels good. Like, it's hard to describe. You know it'll just fly. So I'm gonna try and repeat that. Yeah, there we go. The trick is, for this plane at least, to release it kind of at the bottom, like you kind of angle it down a little bit instead of like tilting the aircraft. So what I'm doing for this one is kind of just releasing it at an angle like that, and then letting it kind of take its own course. So it feels like, not sure exactly how to characterize the movement of this thing. It's difficult. It feels like you need to just release it downwards a little bit and it'll pull itself up. There's probably a more scientific way to explain this, but it's the best I can do. Ooh. So that was a good flight up until the crash. I mean, that's all flights. But it was gliding nicely low, right above the ground, and then it just kind of, I think there was a roll issue, and then it kind of just implanted itself in the sand here. I'll say one thing that's nice about this plane is the handle down here, the ventral fin. The thickness in the front with that cardstock wrapped around the straw, super useful for getting a grip. You can kind of see the curvature here through the shadow, but it's a really nice way to have a grip on your aircraft. Another thing that might be contributing to the fact that it's not flying too well is that the grip is maybe not perfectly aligned with the CG of the aircraft. And so what that does is when you throw it, there's kind of a moment that pitches the aircraft up like that, and then the air just kind of separates and stops flying. There's a breeze coming in. I think there was too much roll. We need to adjust control surfaces a little bit. Another point that I might have forgotten to mention in my design video for the 003 is that the internal kind of spar structure is made out of a new material. I'm trying for the first time to use popsicle sticks, so we're introducing wood into the materials list, and that kind of just forms a leading edge spar here, so that's why it's been so durable. It's not like bending the leading edge here. Also, because it's so thick, it has a lot of strength, curvature. But yeah. So it's also been a while since I last flight tested anything, so the lack of practice might be another reason why it's not working too well. But it seems like the camera that I'm holding right now, which is my phone, is kind of the problem in that I can't really, because I'm too focused on getting the footage, so I don't really throw it correctly. I kind of just release it at the wrong angles and whatnot. So I'm really contemplating about building like some type of launcher device for this channel, I guess. So yeah, I might do that. But it just flew again, into that tree line area over there. It was a nice glide, and you can tell when it doesn't, the air doesn't resist the plane. It just kind of glides through. So there's definitely a right feeling to this kind of thing. So I'm gonna try and capture that. I know I've said that a billion times in this video already, but it can fly. It just, God, it's just so hard to get it on camera. This kind of reminds me of tennis, because when I play tennis in the summer, there are certain times when you have a kind of a power stroke and you just hit the ball right, and it doesn't feel like the ball is resisting you and applying a force on the racket. It just feels like your racket going through the air. There's kind of the same kind of feeling here, where if it goes, it just goes, right? But yeah, right then and there, the last flight you saw, it was really smooth, and I kind of just relaxed my arm and hand when I let it go. So. That was a good one. Hit a couple of branches there. Not sure what the damage is. Damn! All the seeds and trees got lodged in between the winglet. Oh my god. I must have thrown that thing super hard. But, yeah. That's what trees do. Oh man, that was a good flight. Oh, that tree freaking... Oh god, it intercepted it. Let's see the plane. It's that bush right there. Oh god, it's such a nice flight. Damn it. Oh, there it is. It's flying in the bushes. Ugh. I just noticed a funny thing here where you look at the nose, there's kind of a triangle area where dirt has accumulated. Well, that's because of the tape on the leading edge. Tape doesn't, really stick to dirt. I mean, dirt doesn't really stick to tape that easily, so it kind of just comes off easy. But then the paper itself is kind of stained from the dirt. So just an interesting little detail right there. Alright, so that last flight was pretty good, and with that, I think I'm going to call it quits for flight tests for the Rapid Prototype 003. Lessons learned from this design is that, this is not the most stable configuration. It would probably be more stable if the aircraft were actually controlled. There were some instances when it was flying and you could see it kind of go in a phugoid or dust roll mode. So it's not the most stable, but I'm sure an actual controlled aircraft would be a lot better. But then again, I'm not sure that an actual aircraft would go with these kind of wing panels instead of straight up a wing outboard. Lessons learned for this design, well, first of all, make a more durable nose. No, but seriously, I'm probably going to try incorporating some new materials into the design of the nose. You can see the tape did really well here in insulating the dirt, so probably going to test out some new materials. The wing panels here seem to be a little flimsy because there's no structure inside that's reinforcing them. It's just straight up cardstock, so it might, if I do an iteration of this rapid prototype, I might not, because it is a rapid prototype and not like a long-term project, but I might reinforce this if I ever do something similar again. The downward winglets, they worked pretty well actually, in combination with the outboard wing panels here. I'm not sure how they would do just by themselves, but maybe that's a test for a future app prototype. Just some notes on the structure for the downwards winglets. They are seeing some damage near the front, and that's just because of the way I integrated it. I literally just taped this to the bottom surface, so I'm pretty sure if I figure out a more clever way to build this wouldn't be a problem. And, you know, this near the end it was still flying, but yeah, you could tell the performance was starting to be affected by the damages that were accumulated through testing. So yeah, in a future version I might improve this integration design here, the outer wing panel and the downwards wing panel. And in the future I feel like I might remove the air intakes. I mean, they serve no purpose. This was just a test to get like an aesthetic look. There was some structure inside the double layered inlet lip, so that was just to test that, but it actually serves no purpose. It increases drag, so I might not include that in the next, if I do a next version of this plane. This is, you know, a low aspect ratio, high speed kind of vehicle, so I don't expect it to fly super well, you know, in the higher launches. The kind of, if you notice in some of the flight footage, it just kind of stalls and then nose dives. So this is more of a long distance, you know, smooth, long glides kind of a plane. So yeah, anyways, that's pretty much it for this video.